British East India Company was actually a corporation wanting to do trade with countries in the Indian Ocean. The British East India Company faltered and sputtered in the beginning compared to the Dutch. The Dutch East India Company were doing well with their trade early in their inception. Let's go back a few years into the late 1500s. Sir Francis Drake was circumventing the globe and found himself in India. After much deliberation, Drake purchased spices and silks to sell back in England. He and his travels led to the British India Company. The East India Company was initially created in 1600 by Elizabeth I to help England in the Middle East spice trade. The East India Company first imports were spices and then added much needed items back in England, such as cotton, silk, indigo, saltpeter, tea, and opium. The spice trade prices were coming down because of competition. The company needed to make their trade more efficient and more profitable. Raw materials in India became products to market in Britain. India was known for its cotton and crops like indigo used to make clothing. Industrialists hoped that India, with its large population, would be a profitable new market. The East India Company was set up to trade, but eventually began taking land for its shipping. Trade routes flourished in the beginning with the Dutch and others in Indonesia for spice, nutmeg, and such. The East India Company kind of came late to the game. Land taking was an afterthought, but was extremely successful. We would call land taking colonialism. Let's talk about commodities such as cotton, silk, indigo, saltpeter, tea, and opium, and the slave trade. India, under the Mughal Empire, produced some of the world's best cotton. They produced silk and indigo. Indigo is essential in clothing. Saltpeter was used for explosives. Indian tea and opium were much sought after items. Agriculture, such as fruits and vegetables, were also desired. And with the trade routes came slavery. How did a corporation take over an entire subcontinent? Portugal was leaving the region, and England stepped in to continue the trade from the countries of the northern Indian Ocean. So how did Britain and the British East India Company accomplish the takeover of an entire subcontinent? Let's just say by force. The East India Company defeated the most economically rich and productive empire in the world, the Mughal Empire. Major General Robert Clive and Warren Hastings saw the removal of the Mughal Empire, paving the way for a British Raj. British military, under the command of Clive, used artillery to their advantage, wiping out small districts or regions. Badly trained Indian military fought against batteries of artillery, which brought these regions to their knees. I want to talk a little bit about, as you look at this map here, you can see the northern limit of the Mughal Empire in 1707. You can also see in the light blue the Muslim land, and you can tell that most of that would be part of Pakistan. And of course, then we have the cross swords, sites of important battles, and you can see that these were areas that were rich in what Britain needed. This corporation assisted by the British colonized the entire subcontinent.